Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your lesson on keys and the circle of fifths. Now, quick little disclaimer. Before we get into this lesson, if the perfect fifths lesson previously did not quite make sense with those 7 half steps, I'd highly recommend you go back and review that lesson again to make sure you have your 7 half steps counting and your perfect fifths down cold, because you're going to be using that a lot in this lesson. All right, it's an easy lesson to figure out. We just have to make sure that that skill is well under your fingers, in your head. Okay, so what is a circle of fifths? The circle of fifths is, as it says here, it's a diagram that helps us to know how many sharps and flats are in each key and how they are related to one another. You'll see that the circle here, it's got 12 spots on it, 12 little circles, each one of which has its own letter name that indicates the key signature. Okay, so we're going to start by drawing. Now I'm going to step you through how to create this circle of fifths, and then you're going to do it on your own. Okay, so you'll see again 12 different spots on the circle, just like a clock. Okay, one at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that we're going to start at the top center, at the 12 o'clock. Okay, and draw a C at the top middle of the circle. All right, so C has, if you didn't already know, the key of C major, its key signature is empty. It has no sharps, it has no flats. It is the most easy, basic key signature you can have, right? It's all the white keys on a keyboard if you were playing a C major scale, for example. And then to figure out what comes next, you simply count up a perfect fifth from C. Okay, counting up a perfect fifth from C is the note G. How do you know that? Well, you use your piano keyboard and you count those 7 half steps. I'm going to bring in a piano keyboard right now, and we're going to use it as our bit of a guide here. I'm just going to tuck this keyboard up a little bit higher so we can keep using it. Okay, now from the note C, we have to travel up 7 half steps, or that perfect fifth, 7 half steps to get to the note G. Is it 7 half steps? C. So we're going to start from C and count 7 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 half steps is the note G. So G is the next note on our keyboard, on our circle of fifths. As we travel on, it says continue around the next 2 circle pieces, and you'll have the keys of D and A, because from G up a perfect fifth is the note D. D up a perfect fifth is the note A. Let's check that out. Here's the note G, where we landed on. Another perfect fifth, or another 7 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is D. And then 7 more half steps to A, is it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is indeed the note A. So in other words, we carry on counting perfect fifths around the circle. Okay, let me just get this out of the way here for a moment and expand the circle of fifths here. You'll see we're counting up a perfect fifth, up a perfect fifth, up and up and up and up, from B up to F sharp. All right, so that's how we count the perfect fifths all the way through. All right, now carrying on to the bottom of the page, it basically says the number of sharps increases by 1 as you go around the right-hand side of the circle. So the key of C major has no sharps or flats. The key of G major has 1 sharp. The key of D major has 2 sharps. A major has 3 sharps. Okay, and you'll remember hopefully you remember from last year, the first sharp in any key signature is always F. The second sharp is always C. The third sharp is G. We'll review that again, don't worry. But essentially, we add a sharp every time we traverse to the right on this circle. We add a sharp in our key signature. The same thing goes the other way. Starting at C, you can go to the left, but this time we're going to go down a perfect fifth from C. In this case, a perfect fifth down, and you can check it on the keyboard, a perfect fifth below C is the note F. All right, we're going to carry on right to the next page because this is one big lesson. All right, next page. So counting down from F, we have the note B flat. That's a perfect fifth below F. And a perfect fifth below B flat is E flat. So 7 half steps from F down to B flat, 7 half steps from B flat down to E flat. You can check it yourself on a keyboard. You can figure out how to do that now. The other thing about going to the left on the keyboard is that we increase the number of flats we use in each key signature. So C major has no flats, F major has 1 flat, B flat major has 2 flats, E flat major has 3 flats, etc., all the way around the circle. Okay, so there's a completed circle. We're on page 8 now, of course, on your worksheet, in your workbook, and you can see a completed circle of fifths. It's essentially complete. It's not 100%, but this is everything you'll need for a while. Okay, so empty key signature at the top. Key signature with 1 sharp, 2 sharps, 3 sharps, 4, 5, 6 sharps is F sharp major, 6 flats is G flat major, 1 flat, 2 flats, key 3, etc. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. This is sort of another little cheat sheet that you're going to use a lot. You're going to learn how to create, well, you just learned how to create it, but you're going to learn how to memorize creating it very, very easily. Okay, so with this information, you should be able to answer the questions below. Okay, what major key has 4 sharps, what major key has 3 flats, etc. You can answer those on your own. And the last page, as part of this lesson, page 9, really is just doing the same thing. Now, can you do this without looking back at the previous page? And can you see, and can you figure out how to write that circle of fifths? I'll start you off, of course, if you want. The circle of fifths begins with the note C in the center, top, middle, top, center. Okay, make it a little thicker. Okay, C major has no sharps or flats. As you carry on this way, you're going to add sharps. As you carry on that way, you're going to add flats. Okay, and always count a perfect fifth to get to the next note. A perfect fifth up, a perfect fifth up, or a perfect fifth down in the order of flats, a perfect fifth down to the next key signature. All right, fill in that circle of fifths. Carry on with the questions at the bottom. We'll take it up in class. See you in the next lesson.